Welcome, He Michael's House of Faith. Today is Tuesday, November 18th. Our goal is to build a foundation of trust in the Lord, help each other fight the conscience mind, taking on other burdens, and to be supported and comforting one another. Um, Remember, the Lord's our author, not us. We do not endorse finance or lend. We are self-supporting, and we are non-professional, but may employ special workers. It only takes two or three of us to make a faith group. And self-supporting, we do ask for a couple of dollars, which goes towards first works and a gift pot. So, half will go towards doing the first works, helping the homeless out. And that's where I take on people's burdens to go out there on the street and do some work for you. And at the same time, we'll put the other half in a pot and give out gift certificates back out to you guys. Try to keep this a happy family, enjoyment, helping one another out. That's what it's about. And building confidence is some squashing fear, getting rid of anxiety. That's the main focus. I'm really focusing on squashing all your emotional worries. You want to control things and stuff like that. That's what we want to work on. When physical pain and emotional pain come together over time, we start to avoid things. This avoidance builds patterns in us, like fear of everything, procrastination, and not taking action, stagnation. This is what stops us from having a very good, joyful life, and it might turn us into alcoholics or drug users if we can't give that joy to ourselves and find that dopamine that gives us all that joy and uplifting and feeling good all the time. Then we're gonna seek it elsewhere, right? So that's something we want to watch out for, and we really want to build our dopamine up. That's God's dope for you. Why are you taking man's dope that costs money when you can have God's dope that's free? And it's much more joyful. It doesn't drag you down in the world. It lifts you up. But we need to reform discomfort as an actual signal in our brains and a signal of our growth. By deliberately embracing this discomfort, we need to recondition our brains with little steps, turning the negative stimuluses into positive stimuluses. Open opportunity for reward for our brain, which is the dopamine we're craving for. So, and some of the things we want to watch out for is the more we avoid it, the more fearful we become of it. So we really gotta stand up and be a little more bold, get over that fear. When we avoid discomfort, the fear around that thing that's going to make us uncomfortable ends up getting bigger and bigger. We actually start making a mountain out of a little molehill. So, and fear amplifies through avoidance, and action dissolves anxiety. That's very important to really understand there. If fear's amplifying through avoidance, we need to stop avoiding. And our actions, when we take actions not to avoid some, then we're stomping on anxiety there. We're dissolving the anxiety that's in us. Action replaces anxiety with a sense of accomplishment. This helps us rewire our emotional response to challenging situations. Putting yourself in awkward or uncomfortable situations helps put away fear. Don't be afraid. Just stand bold. And sometimes you gotta do it a little bit. Like if you're afraid of speaking out to people in front of audiences and stuff like that. You don't want to try to be bold and say, oh, okay, well, I'll do a YouTube video in front of millions of people, and I'm going to take you want to take it little steps at a time. Let's stand up in front of a mirror and do it in front of ourselves, and let's speak out loud to ourselves in front of the mirror and get used to that. And then let's move up on make a YouTube video and just don't tell anybody about it. And that way people ain't checking in on it. They don't see it or anything, and that will give you a little more confidence. And then you can tell a few people, hey, go check this out. I'm going to do this, make this podcast, and then do it in front of a few people. And just work your way up, keep facing that in your situation that you fear of or that you keep avoiding. Um, practice makes perfect. We always got to keep practicing, and we just got to keep working. And practice positive, and sticking to your guns. If you're gonna tell yourself to do something, you gotta stick with it and keep doing it. Don't let yourself down. You be honest with yourself. Uh, Confidence. It isn't. It isn't about waking up one day and suddenly just feeling powerful. Confidence is something that you build day in and day out by the actions that you take. It's built by keeping promises, by rewiring your brain, and by facing parts of yourself that you keep avoiding. Easiest way to look at confidence is believing in yourself. How do I believe in myself so that I can take action? Stop lying to yourself, like saying, I'm going to do this, and then don't do it. Coming up with excuses. Well, I can't get to it today. Well, I'll just pull it off, Yeah, you really got to stick to your guns. Start by saying, maybe I should start showing up for myself today. Maybe I should start sticking with what I say. You don't have to challenge yourself to eat, but you have to challenge yourself to work out. So, it takes practice, it really does. And you have to believe in yourself to push yourself to do more. Don't beat yourself up though, saying I can't stick with my guns or get yourself down negatively saying I'm not working hard enough or something like that, Just, if you say you're going to do something, try to accomplish that day. If you can't accomplish that day, make sure it's first on your list tomorrow, and just keep after it. Keep until you get it. Make sure you follow through with it, because that's when you're being honest with yourself, and that's what you need. You have to learn to push yourself, and when you do something that you said you were going to do, make sure you reward yourself for it. It's kind of like you go to school, you take a test, and you pass, you get a good grade, you feel excited. That gives you a good feeling, and you kind of celebrate. Hey, I did something good, and that's what we want. Even saying, hey, job well done, mate. It's just trying to build your confidence up. That's what you really need to do. It's self-confidence. You don't have to take action to have self-confidence. Oh, I already said that, didn't I? Build the matters and these showing up yourself. Keep driving the direction of action. Well, maybe I didn't. You do have to take action to have self-confidence and build what matters. You showing up for yourself. Keep driving the direction of action to get. If you plan or said you will do it, then you must follow through until it is done and never give up. Like I was just saying, kind of repeat myself there. Make sure action is done, never giving up. And that's, something we really need to work on. And when we take all this, and we don't want to take too much in at one time. You take too much into one, it's too much of an overload, and then you probably wind up just throwing it aside, not wanting to do it ever again. And you're avoiding it, and you're putting yourself into a bad situation there. And it's pretty important, just, baby step everything. Take everything by little steps. You can eat away at things, So, it's kind of like even praying. When you pray for something, you got a family member or something that has cancer, and you want to pray for it to be gone. Well, we ain't got that kind of faith. We got to build our faith up to that. But what we can do is when 2 or 3 of you get together, they're also where the Lord be too. And when you pray little bit, can we get it to stop? can we get it to back up a little bit? Can we see signs for it to start breaking away and coming back? Can we take it away from her finally? Just slowly work in little stages to pick away at it. Axe away at it. Yeah, chisel away at it, I guess would be a better term. And never forget when you get up in the morning. I'm finding some of these things are working out pretty good. Just a 5-10 minute exercise kind of puts a little bit more energy in me, and then the next day, and a little shot of coffee, drinking a little coffee helps you boost up. Taking a cold shower really wakes you up too, and now you're up, your adrenaline's going, and you feel a little more alive. And now you say today's going to be a good day. Today we're going to get this, and done. And that's what we're shooting for. And that, always, you always have a choice to have a happy day or have a miserable day. It's up on your own self, and a lot of people choose for that misery, and they're just kind of absent from really trying to challenge themselves. They don't want to challenge themselves, and that's what you need to do. You got to stand up. You got to challenge yourself. When you get tired, you don't feel like doing something, stand up and do it. And when you do a little bit, eventually you're going to work right through it, and eventually you won't have that problem no more. So hopefully, it's going to take a long time to get somewhere and to get us built up on a very high level of faith. I mean, it took Jesus to teach his apostles about 3.5 years before they had that high level of faith. So, it's not even close to being there. So we got a long ways to go yet, and a lot of practice and a lot of work. So hopefully we can work together through this, and we can share each other's not just thoughts together, but our actions that we take. What did we do last week that we got through and made us positive throughout the week? This is what I did, and after that, it made me feel so much better. My life's going better the rest of the way because this is what I changed. And hopefully, I'll figure out how to open up live chat and people can respond. Or I was thinking about even setting up. I got another Facebook. And if you sign on that Facebook, then we can do like a live chat video or something on this, and it'd be kind of like a two-way where I can switch over the camera over to the TV, and we can do stuff like that. But right? I'm just getting this up, and now I'm just getting this out there, and now I'm just starting to work on it. So we got a long ways to go, and look forward to all the excitement to come. It was just recently, as I wasn't excited, I wasn't happy, I wasn't depressed, I wasn't nothing negative coming on me, keeping me down or nothing, but I was just mute. I was just numb. I didn't have that enjoyment. Where's that enjoyment? I lost that enjoyment. Why did I lose that enjoyment? Now I'm seeing how to put it back into me because I didn't have a stable schedule. I'm up at 1 o'clock in the morning till 6 to 9 o'clock at night, studying, watching videos after videos, and trying to hurry up and rush and try to fill my head full of all this stuff where I can help people out there and hurry up and get out there and stuff. And this time I just had to sit back and say, well, I'm gonna have to learn how to study. So I had to look up how to study and learn how to study. Because I knew I was overstudying, I was overthinking things, and it's not good. And I mean, I got a lot of stuff where I work done on it. I'm pretty happy about it, but it does drain you down a little bit, stuff like that. And I think that's what brought me down into losing all the excitement in me, and taking away some of that dopamine out of me and stuff like that. Where now I'm a lot happier now, putting those happy energy processes back into me to make me more joyful throughout the day and stuff, and not worrying about nothing anymore. Hopefully with time to come, and we'll get things worked out, and we'll better ourselves, and that's what I hope too, is when we get a group put together and we put like $100 into the stock, and we'll just watch it grow $1,000, $10,000, but when somebody else comes in and they add themselves to our group, we're only as strong as our weakest link. So, once 1 or 10 or 100 people come in, whatever, at that time, it's really going to make our stock drop. But we ain't going to worry about it because we know all we have to do is build him up. Once we build him up, our stock goes up and we get all that money. And it'd be pretty cool too because that's another side where we can pull money out, $500 out, gift certificates, buy gifts for people, sweatshirts or something. I don't know, figure something out, something people like or something. Give some gifts out there. That's what I like to do. I like turn the show into that, so that way we can have a lot of fun, keep enjoyment in ourselves, and not worry about tomorrow. And that's the thing, you really got to live today like today's your last day. Don't worry about death. If I don't wake up tomorrow, I want to be able to know that I gave today the most enjoyable day I had ever. So when I wake up in the morning, that's what I want to think about. If today's my last day, I want to make it the most joyful day today. And we really gotta not worry and not fear about death, and really think today's our last day, and we might not see that sunshine again tomorrow. And once we can put that joy into us, and really, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna be happy all day today. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna do this and this today. There may not be a tomorrow, and just don't worry about the past, what happened in the past. Give that up to God. And if you give that up to God and you think about it, if you still got regrets in the past, you are not forgiven for your sins. And you really got to get rid of that, because that's a big drag on you. You can't look back in the past. You got to keep looking forward, or keep pushing forward. You don't want to look into the future. You want to focus on today. Get rid of the distractions around you. That's why it's so important not to get into the government, and not to get into prophecies. We live by faith, not by sight. So don't tell me something's coming. I'm not going to see crap. I'm working my faith. So, and once I get my faith built with the Lord, and the Lord's given to me, and I'm asking, we got a relationship, how much more is my salvation? So why do I care about anything else, So that's something we can work on, work together, and build up, get us there. And that's the same. Jesus is our author. He'll decide what we do or what we don't do. Kind of like Proverbs 16:9 and 16:11. We can make our plans, but the Lord determines our steps. And 16:11, the Lord demands accurate and balance. He sets the standards for fairness. So he's going to level everything out, and you really got to put your trust in the Lord, not in man. Man screws you over, that's okay, take it, I don't care. The Lord's going to even it out down the line for me, and if somebody steals from me, that means I might have a day tomorrow because the Lord might even it out for me, which means I might have a future. If somebody steals from me, just go ahead and steal from me. I have a future to look forward to, I always try to find a happy, positive thing about something, And sometimes that's very difficult, You might come out to your car, about brand new tires on your vehicle, and you come out after grocery shopping, somebody slashed your tires because you parked too close to the car or something, And that's gonna really trigger you. But you really gotta think of the positive things out of that, well, they could have blew up my car and not have a car at all. Or, just really try to find positive situations than the ugliness that folds up on you. And don't let that upset get to you. There's no reason. You ain't got control over it, so don't freak out about it. Everything's going to work itself out. Just keep telling yourself that, things are going to work itself out because God's with you and he's going to get you through it. And that's what we got to really trust in, So building our faith with a good Lord, to get us where we need to be. That's what it's about. Well, I think I'm going to wrap things up here today. I still got some time, 3 hours before I go to my meeting tonight, which I like sitting around and listening to talk to people, It's a nice faith group over there. And It's a lot of fun. So hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. I have something put together tomorrow. I'll probably try doing a live stream again. I don't know what the hell's going on. My mic don't work anymore. It's Bluetooth, and it's hooked up to Bluetooth, but it used to work, but now all of a sudden it's just not working. Uh, Whatever. I got three more mics: the mic on the computer, I got the mic on the phone. We ain't slacking at all. Although that sounds a lot better with this than it is out of the computer. It's I think it's more clear, I think, anyways, but hopefully we'll get that fixed down the line. We'll get chat fixed. I'll get things fixed out a little bit around here. I'm working on it, but I'm not gonna overexhaust myself. I ain't gonna stress myself out saying, "Oh, what do I do?" But maybe I gotta call somebody over and see if they can do it for me or something. Not a big deal. So, alright, so wrapping it up today, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday. I usually try to do this at 7 o'clock. So, God bless you all. Have a great day, and remember, keep that joy in your heart. I'm gonna teach you how to smile through tears and laugh at chaos. God bless you all.